Good evening, everybody. Good evening, one and all. Hello, Tia. Hello, Robo. The starting screen slaps, honestly. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm a big fan of it. I really like how it turned out. Also, yeah, Axe Doko. If you're curious why today's stream was about a minute late, it's because of OBS issues. And I'm not just saying that, you know, the encoding overload error that I've mentioned a few times? Yeah, today it did that again. But the good news is that I am starting to figure out how to get better at addressing that. Because back when it first happened, or first started happening, I was just completely lost. But now I figured it out, chat. I figured out the issue. Whenever it's doing that, I just have to close out of whatever game I'm playing, and also sometimes close out of OBS and start OBS up, and then it works. Just after doing that. I don't change any of the settings in OBS or anything. It's just sometimes it gives me this random error, and just like restarting again fixes it. So today I had to restart before starting the stream. But luckily, we're all here now. So yeah, I hope everyone is doing well this evening. I know it has been a few days since I've streamed. That Mario Play-Doh stream took a lot out of me last week, so I took a little break after that. And then after that, there was Resident Evil 9, which I've recently played and was recently able to beat. So that was one thing I was kind of focusing on lately. But now that that's over, my mind is telling me like, okay, like time to, you know, time to go back to streaming, back into the real world, so to speak. There was a part of me that was thinking, okay, maybe it would be fun to like play this on stream. But there were a few reasons why I ultimately decided to play it off stream. And one of them is that for games like Resident Evil that are, you know, relatively big budget games and that have full voice acting in multiple languages, usually I like to play them in French when I can, just as a way to practice. And that's what I did with this past one, just playing it with the French voice acting and text. And I suppose, I mean, I know some of my viewers speak French, but probably most of them don't. And I think that might have been just a little alienating, or it would have been a little harder for them to, I guess, get invested in the experience if they couldn't understand the game. But I did enjoy playing it in French. And also another thing is that with games like that, sometimes I like to just really take my time and explore, and playing it on stream is a bit of a different experience from playing it off stream. In a way that's kind of difficult to articulate, I suppose. And then I guess one final reason is that with games like that, it's relatively demanding. I mean, it's well optimized, but it is more demanding than games that I normally play on stream. So sometimes I like to just have system resources be devoted to the game. But who knows? Maybe in the future I will play a game like Resident Evil on stream. How was RE9? I'm really curious. I really liked it. I thought it was fantastic. Which is not to say that it was flawless. Like, there were definitely some flaws in the game, and I've seen people engaging in various kinds of discourse about it on X and elsewhere, about how, like, what was it, the story kind of all over the place, wasn't kind of weird. I'm not going to spoil the story, so don't worry, but, you know, I do think there are some, you know, reasonable criticisms one can have. There are, you know, one or two quality of life improvements I think it could have had in certain places, but overall, like, just in terms of the gameplay, the optimization, the just sense of building a world and characters that I think it's really easy to like and really easy to care about. And just lots of like really great moments, really fun moments. There were several just moments where I found myself thinking like, yes, like this is what a video game should be as I was playing it. You know, very cinematic in moments. So all in all, a game that I would very highly recommend. At least if you're the kind of person who has at all enjoyed the recent Resident Evil games, whether it's the remakes or like Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, if you've enjoyed either of those, then it should be pretty much a no-brainer to check this game out at some point, I would say. By any chance, did you play Blasphemous in the Spanish dub? Can't say I've ever played Blasphemous. Is the Spanish dub kind of the original, so to speak? I guess I could see how it would be if it's a game that has Spanish developers. But I really don't know much about Blasphemous, other than that it's a 2D. I think it's like a Metroidvania, maybe? Or even if it's not, like I'm familiar with the art style, the pixel art, and I know it's a pretty well-reviewed game. So maybe I'll have to look into playing that on stream at some point. Oh, here comes Tia with the bien fait, ton français est probablement meilleur que le mien, malgré le fait que je suis canadienne. Oh, I don't know about that. As you can probably see from what I just said there, I occasionally have some issues with pronunciation. And even like when playing a game like Resident Evil, like there are plenty of times when I have to like pause and look up a word, but I feel like if you want to improve your facility with a language, that is a really good way of doing it, is because video games often, have lots of text, and you also get repeat practice with words. Like a word will come up once and you don't know what it means and you look it up. And then like often like the game will use it several more times. And so it, cements in your memory. So yeah, I think that's a really good way of practicing languages. The Spanish dub came later, but it's really high quality. Okay. I'll keep that in mind if I ever play Blasphemous. Might be worth playing it. Like in my case, though, I don't speak Spanish. Maybe like an option would be playing it with the Spanish dub, but like English, subtitles and English text. So chat, you might have noticed that today's game is Hatoful Boyfriend, the pigeon dating simulator. And there are a few reasons why I've chosen that to play for today. For those of you who are in ChxrryVT's Discord, you've probably seen his announcement that he will not be streaming for the next week and a half or so, given some IRL issues of moving and things like that. And there was a part of me that was thinking, like earlier this week, after I beat Resident Evil, and when I was deciding, okay, like what streams am I going to stream this week, there was a part of me that was thinking, hey, maybe, like especially since ChxrryVT is not streaming this week, and I know like his viewers are probably going to be distraught at the lack of getting to watch one of their VTubers, play a dating sim. Maybe I should take up the call. Maybe I should do a dating sim game in his stead. And so that honestly was part of the motivation for today's stream. Another further motivation for playing this game is, as you might be able to tell from my past dating stream games, these are not the games that I am the best at. It's true in Monster Prom, not only did I not get any dates on the first playthrough, I also did not get a date to the prom when playing it with Karis on my second playthrough of the game. So I think for dating sims, it's, a little bit tricky sometimes, but I've never beaten this one before. I actually have played this one, but it has been like 8 or so years, and it was just for like 20 minutes. So for all practical purposes, I have not played this one. And this one, chat, involves pigeons. So I'm thinking, even though maybe with humans I have some trouble, being an orb from beyond the stars and emptiness, it's a little hard for me sometimes to relate to humans or even monsters, but maybe pigeons will be up my alley. Maybe those will be the kinds of creatures that can be my soulmate. So I suppose we shall see. Thought I was having a stroke for a second. We started speaking that weird language. Maybe I should have given you all a trigger warning, like a warning label that it was, hey, all French incoming. Axe French, so sexy. I think something about just French in general is inherently just a sexy language. There's something romantic about the way that it sounds. I've always felt that way. Can't believe I missed Axe speaking French so that the three of us could flex on Karis. Oh, I didn't know you could speak French too, Hannah. That's so cool. Yeah, but don't worry, I'm sure French will come up again at some point. On ne sait jamais, après tout. Last week it was monsters, now it's pigeons. Do you think you're setting the bar too low? Not sure if it's possible. Because, like, remember with Monster Prom, I was not able to get a prom date in that game on either of the two tries. I think I need to investigate setting the bar, as low as I can and just see, like, am I going to be able to get a pigeon date? Because if I can, maybe then I could start experimenting with, like, moving the bar a little higher. But right now, pigeons it is. I'm completely distraught, and I miss him already. I hope he never comes back. Yep, that's the kind of... I love how supportive Karis' community is of him. Just absolutely love it. So chat, let us proceed now to where we shall be playing the game. Now you might notice there's not any game yet. Normally there would already be one here, but to deal with the OBS issue earlier, I decided to quit out of the game. So now I'm just going to see if I can start it up. And hopefully my OBS will not crash and we'll all be good to go. Should be good. I mean, this is not a very demanding game. It's just a basic visual novel. But for some reason earlier it was making like OBS go haywire. So pray for me on this one, chat. Also, once I start up the game and you might hear the sound, tell me if the sound is too loud or too quiet. I'm going to try to be monitoring it in OBS, but if it's too loud or too quiet, you can just let me know and I will increase accordingly. For real, I'm really glad you're taking up the mantle during Karis's absence. Oh, thanks, Tia. Yeah, I try with these things, you know. Try to be attuned to what the community might be interested in. And during Karis's absence, yeah, I just have to take up in his footsteps. Oui, j'ai étudié pour 10 ans, plus ou moins. Wow, 10 years. That's a long time, Hannah, to study French. So you must be pretty good then. Also, Viking, hello. Hey, nice to see you again in stream. Hannah's really talented. She's fluent in French and Japanese. My Hannah, wow. I didn't know you were fluent in Japanese as well. That is really cool. I will say the Hatoful Boyfriend lore goes surprisingly deep. I haven't played it. I don't know almost anything about it, but it's more than you'd think. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, these pigeons, you can tell just from looking at them that they each have their own personalities, their own backstories, their own motivations. Like, this is a game that I have a feeling is going to be deep with a sense of mystery and betrayal, and occasionally some heartache, but also some very deep romance. That is what I'm hoping for this game, at least. I pray in Spanish because God disregards prayers in French. Oh no, what is this French, anti-French slander here? Sucker Mary Barrels. So chat, let us begin. Time to start a new game. And wish me luck on this one. St. Pidgeot Nations Institute. Welcome to St. Pigeon Nations. Oh, wait, it's Pigeon Nations. Okay. I was thinking Pidgeot Nation. Pigeon Nations. Please enter your name. Enter your first name, Hyoko. Well, I suppose we'll enter Axaeon. Oh, we gotta do last names. Okay. Kind of tough since I just have one name. Axaeon VTuber. That could be my name for the purposes of this game. Is Axaeon VTuber okay? Yes, I'm doing great today. Thank you for asking. Hatoful Boyfriend includes a powerful visualization module, allowing even the birdiest of birds to appear as normal humans when first introduced. Ooh, very advanced. Display human portraits. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need the human portraits because otherwise I might forget them. I think the human portraits will make them more distinctive. So I'll say yes to that. Configuration saved. Okay, so we're April 8th. St. Pigeon Nations, a school blessed with extensive curricula and facilities. Well, I'm already stoked, chat. It's our first day of school. Time to study with the pigeons and see what they learn. It's already been a year since I ended my ordinary life and walked through these gates. I should probably say this school is known for one thing in particular. What's it gonna be? This school is Japan's, no, the world's greatest gathering place for gifted birds. Ooh, does that mean I'm a gifted bird too? Well, I always knew, chat, I was pretty gifted, but now it's like the game is confirming it for me, so okay. Birds who want to study the arts, the sciences, even sports, all come to St. Pigeon Nations. The teaching staff and student body are both made up of a diverse blend of birds of different backgrounds and species. Also, I realize my head's blocking it a little bit. Is that better, chat? probably going to block it a little bit no matter what, but no worries, because I'll be reading this aloud. Let's just hope all the pigeons are single. It doesn't matter to me if they... I can, you know... there's plenty of me to share with multiple pigeons if it comes to that. It's a Mario situation. Ooh, yeah, Axaeon. Could go for that, I suppose. I'm often asked why I chose to come here, despite not being a bird. It's a long story. Not every day I see you rushing along like this. Ooh, who could this be? Ryota. Usually, you'd have been ready an hour by now. Axaeon? Overslept? Chat, this game knows me. This game already knows who I am, and it's not making me comfortable. How is this game already inside my head? Oh, so there's the... Okay. Ryota. This rock dove is named ChxrryVT. We've been friends since he was barely hatched. So our friendship goes way back. You know, I can kind of see the resemblance, chat. You could say they have similar eyes in a way, you know? Like, sure, there's going to be some differences just from the translated human to pigeon look, but overall, I feel like I could see what they were going for with this one, you know? It's reasonably close. He can be a little mischievous, but he's responsible and kind. Okay. So my kind of guy, in other words. Personally called out, indeed. This game looks funny. Yeah, so far it's pretty... I like the premise of it. You know, you always got to respect games, I think, that have a distinctive premise like this and that really just go with it. By the way, the title of this game reminds me of the Vocaloid song Gale All Back because of the lyric Hato 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 Daornato. Oh, Hato means pigeon. That's actually a good note, Tia. I'm glad you brought that up. For anyone who's confused about the title of this game, I looked it up earlier, and yeah, it's a play on words with Hato meaning pigeon. And I think it's also, like, so that's like part of the pun. And then Hatoful is supposed to sound like heartful. So like a boyfriend that you sort of feel all of your heart for, but it like is also a pigeon at the same time. Your card details reject on Steam, so they give you pigeon full Karashi instead. Little birdie. Hannah told me you were playing Hatoful Boyfriend. I had to see for myself. Hi, Axaeon. Well, hello, Zero. Yes. For anyone who wants to see VTubers playing pigeon dating simulators, this is the spot to be right now. Oh, yeah, I forgot to read that line. Let's see. Okay, I didn't even see what line that was, chat. We'll just have to imagine it. Or maybe you read it on your own before I skipped ahead. I don't think this game has a history, but it's kind of got the basic, not very advanced UI here, but that's okay. We'll just make the most of it. Living as a hunter-gatherer sounds tough. I'd be happy to make you breakfast, you know. Yes, please. I would love for a pigeon to make me breakfast. What's it going to be? Hopefully not eggs. I might take you up on that offer when starvation looms. Thanks, Ryota. Okay, so this is... Okay, they're friends who can share in a little friendly banter with each other. That's good. This reminds me of the rat dating game. Ooh, I didn't know there was a rat dating game. Which are kind of like rats with wings, in my opinion. Ooh, yeah. I suppose I can see the comparison. I spread the Keros Gospel through AO3, the Axe Gospel through the Keros Discord. My outreach is far and wide. Well, thanks for letting others know, Hannah. You know, the more the merrier in a space like this, is what I always say. Oh, the bell already. Come on, we need to hurry to class. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be late to my pigeon class. Jeepers. No good being late on the first day. Indeed, there's not. So Ryota pulled me along into the school. Today is the start of a new semester. I wonder what lies in store. It was all I could do to adjust to the atmosphere last year. Better make up for all that lost fun. Ooh, I see. So my character is the kind of guy who studies a lot. I think I can identify with him so far. Hatoful Boyfriend, the most splendid and greatest academy of the pigeon, by the pigeon, and for the pigeon. First term. I see. So it's going to be divided up into terms. That must be the lunchroom that we're seeing right now, where the pigeons are all eating the seed that's been scattered to them. Maybe we'll see more scenes of that later in the game. I think we're in 2-3. Ryu and I are in the same class again. Okay, good. Oh, is it Ryota? Okay. Oh, probably. I think, yeah, I bet you're right, Tia. I've been butchering the pronunciation this whole time. Ryota. No, okay, yeah, you're probably right. Okay, same class with my friend. It's good. Old faces, new faces. A strange thrill fills my heart as I look around at the assembled birds. I hope we all get along. Here's to the formation of many happy memories. Oh, the teacher's here. This is the teacher. Okay, Kazuaki. Good morning, everybody. I'm Nanaki Kazuaki. I seem to be your teacher this year. By the way, chat, I have no idea how to do the voice for these characters until I see the human portraits. For this one, I'm just spitballing on what the voice might be. Specialize in math and physics, and also some other things. Oh, maybe I shouldn't laugh. Maybe this person has a problem with a stutter, and that's what the game is meant to represent here. Or maybe just falling asleep? Oh. So Ryota says, "Sir, wake up! It's a homeroom!" He sleeps with his eyes open. Okay, so that's what this human portrait looks like of the teacher. This quail is Nanaki Kazuaki. He's a famously soporific math professor. Ooh. So in this class, it's the teacher who's the one falling asleep. Oh, he's just like me, for real. Yeah, that's, it's very relatable, you know, having this issue, I think. I love the fact that they're just straight up birds. I know, the weirdness of games like this is something I always appreciate. I'd heard the rumors, but I hadn't expected him to fall asleep just like that. Apparently he's well known as a mathematician. Just goes to show great minds come in all forms. I mean, if he could still teach the class while having this issue of falling asleep randomly, I say more power to him, you know? I think that's really impressive. Ah, I'm sorry. Isn't it a little warm in here? Ooh, maybe the heat makes him fall asleep. Which reminds me, we have a transfer student. Please introduce yourself, Shirogane. Oh, this is going to be like the Seto Kaiba type student. Or maybe the tsundere, I can't tell yet. Sakia. What is the point? I have no wish to speak with commoners. Do not think I'm here because I wish to be. Oh, well, I guess that's that. Also, hi, maybe. Welcome. I guess we're having roasted bird for dinner. Ooh. Well, don't worry. I won't tell them you said that. But I think this group is more into just seed, like, randomly scattered on the ground for dinner. Maybe they save the roast bird for, like, really special occasions. There's Ryota says, hey, hey, hey! That's no good! But he doesn't want to introduce himself. Yeah, I'm with the teacher on this one. I mean, you know, the other student was being kind of rude, but if he doesn't want to introduce himself, I wouldn't force him to. But we can't just let him break the rules like that, sir. The system will collapse, and we'll all turn into kulaks and dissenters. Wait, what? I'm having a little trouble understanding this line. Well, when you put it like that, could you at least say your name, Shirogane? Oh, I think I'm starting to understand the previous line a little bit better. Maybe my character is the type who thinks that if any infraction is permitted, the entire system of social behavior will break down, and then like no one will be safe from anyone else. It'll be like a Hobbesian state of nature. Ooh, here's we have Sakuya again. He's probably going to be pretty angry at being asked to introduce himself. Shirogane Lebel Sakuya. Ooh, yeah, I can totally see this guy, where his life background. In fact, maybe I should move chat over here, chat, just so you can see him a little more easily. You know, he's got the Draco Malfoy type thing going on. He probably, like, anytime somebody threatens him with any consequences, he threatens to get his father involved in the situation. And since he's rich and has a lot of power, like, everyone just kind of lets him get his way. That's the vibe that I get from this guy. It seems this fantail is Shirogane Sakuya. His feathers would make any birdie proud. Any birdie? I see what they did there. He's pretty stuck up, but then transferring is never easy. I hope we can be friends. You know, I hope so too. So far, he seems like kind of a jerk, but maybe with just a little bit of kindness shown in his direction, he will be open to friendship. Maybe this is the start, chat, of a beautiful friendship. He has French in his name, though, so he's clearly some kind of Afu, unlike a Draco. Perhaps. Sakuya sits down, glaring daggers at Ryota and me. I think this little bird is telling me there's going to be trouble down the line. Oh no. Ooh, here's something, though, to make me feel better. Lunch already. Today is slipping by so quickly. I had no idea if they covered kulaks in this Japanese school curriculum. Well, hey, the more you know. Learn something new every day. That reminds me, I've had these books out from the library all summer. I'll return them now. Sounds like a good call. Ooh, is this where we're going to meet the librarian bird, chat? Where is everyone else? Aside from the receptionist, there's hardly any birdie here. Are they going to do this joke throughout the whole game? Just replace anybody with any birdie? And be like, you know, the fun is so good, it's just not going to get old. Like, we're just going to do this throughout the whole game. Is that what the developers were thinking? Huh? Is somebody looking at me? Probably just my imagination. Or not. A mourning dove stands in a dark corner, staring in my direction. I see. This is either the librarian or the very studious type student. Mourning doves aren't very common in Japan, but apparently they're everywhere in America. Yeah, I think I saw one of those in my yard once. It's like the every pony thing from My Little Pony. It's ever persisting. Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought of that connection. But you're right, there is a parallel there. Do you want something from me? He looked away. Ooh, okay, he's the shy type. I see. I think I know how to handle this type, chat. You just gotta go up and introduce yourself to them. Not really. I'm pretty sure it was him who I felt looking at me. There's no one else here. Are you sure? Yes. I don't want anything with you. It's the things you're carrying that I'm interested in. He glances at the desk as if to say, hurry up and return them already. Ooh, maybe he is the librarian. Oh, sorry. They were a little too dense, and I never finished them. Maybe my character's not really that studious. Were you waiting for them all summer? Oh, he's too embarrassed to answer. You gotta love this guy. He silently returns his gaze to his book. Maybe he's in a bad mood? Well, not to fear. My riz shall extend to you no less than to any other bird in this institution, sir. we'll become good friends and confidants eventually and go on lots of cool bird adventures. I'm VTuber Axaeon, a sophomore. What about you? It's the strong silent type. You're... This is so awkward. Nagaki. Fujishiro. Oh, Fujishiro Nagaki. Freshman. Okay, so... I think... Is this... I can't... I guess all the characters in this game are male, but at first I thought maybe this was a girl, but... Fujishiro Nagaki, huh? Mourning doves are pretty rare in Japan. Ooh, I see. Maybe he's the kind of character who's a little shy at being different. You know, he realizes that he's a little bit different from the others, and that's why he's feeling shy. But yeah, not to worry, dude. I will take you under my wing, no pun intended, and we will become friends, and we will become well integrated into the social life of the school. That is my solemn promise to you. I prefer every bunny myself. Ooh, yeah, every bunny. That goes along with your mascot pretty well, Tia. Same had a pair outside my house in my teens. Okay, so people here know what mourning doves are then. Yeah, I think he is cute. Yeah, but like the bird and the character, you can kind of see the shyness radiating from him. I wish they were girl birds, but no, they're all guys. Okay, I see. They're just pretty boys' acts. You should know. Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. I really could stand to brush up on my pretty boy knowledge, though, you know. If there's like any treatise on pretty boys or textbook on pretty boys, then I need to read it, because evidently I have some catching up to do when it comes to the like theory of pretty boys. You know, that's something I need to learn more about. Maybe it's just his voice, but he seems kind of sad. Maybe he has a dark backstory here. Leave me alone. Okay, I respect that. I will leave you alone. But later, I'm going to try to find a way to help you out, dude. He's reading his book again. Okay. Sorry to bother you. I keep meeting depressing people today. Really? It seems to me like this was just the first one. Maybe the teacher, because the teacher falls asleep. Maybe the arrogant student from earlier, maybe he considers that depressing. I see. Now that I have that out of the way, I think I'll head back to class. Wait, isn't that... Ooh, this is Sakuya. You should have been instructed not to approach me in school. Come on, Sakuya. What kind of thing is that to say to your own brother after all these years? My brother? You must be joking. You've never once been a brother to me. Please, don't try to talk to me again. I've no time for half-breeds. I'll be going now. So just spend more time around the Keras Discord and look at all the art. You'll become acquainted. Yeah, between the pretty boys and the impreg, I guess the Keras Discord has it covered when it comes to art of art of various kinds of boys you can find in the various kinds of men you can find in the art on Keras' Discord server. Hey, wait, just I guess even if we're in the same school now, what's done is done. I hadn't meant to eavesdrop, but I think I just overheard something juicy. The impreg is all me, baby. You're welcome. I'm sure Keras appreciates it too, Zero. Even if he doesn't always let it on. I'm sure it means so much to him. Sakuya races to his own half-brother? I mean, that's what it's looking like here. The ever-popular trendsetter and ladies' man Sakazaki Yuya is Sakuya's brother? I wonder what the story behind that is. Well, I mean, I guess it means they had the same parents, but I don't know, maybe there's a deeper story here. Hey. You heard that whole thing, right? Are you a friend of Sakuya's? Future friend, not current friend, but future one. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to listen in on you. Ha! No sweat. I try to stay sexy and suave in front of all you little ladies, but that there wasn't too cool. Oh, this is Yuya Sakazaki. Okay. Oh, I like his glasses. This fantail pigeon is Sakazaki Yuya, an upperclassman. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot that my character I'm playing as is a girl. I see. I've never talked to him before, but he's famous or infamous throughout the school. Every birdie knows of him. You're Axaeon, right? How did you? I know every birdie here. Besides, you're the only human. True, I do kind of stand out. Single poppy in a field of rye. It's a nice, unexpected little metaphor. Did you say you were a friend of Sakuya's? Not exactly. We had a rather ballistic introduction this morning. See, my character is fond of using unusual adjectives and collocations in his sentences. But hey, I'll take it. We're in the same class, that's all. I never thought that stuck-up aristocrat wannabe was your brother. Aristocrat wannabe. He is an aristocrat, actually. The genuine article in the flesh. I knew it. Yep, Draco Malfoy. Oh, I misremembered Sakuya being half. Guess he really is Draco. That's what it's looking like, at least. He is. He's a bit of a pain, so good luck, mon ami. Adieu. Oh, maybe this guy is French. I mean, if someone says adieu, like they can maybe not be French, but prefacing it with mon ami. Mon ami, adieu. That's just a little too much French in one sentence for someone not to be at least somewhat French. And there are French pigeons, chat. I know because I've been to France, and I'm pretty sure I saw some pigeons when I was there. So maybe he's one of those pigeons. He really is a noble bird. I've never heard anything like that about Yuya, though. Probably a twisty business. The kind of French I would use to pass as French. Okay, well, fair. I mean, those are, I guess, some of the more common French phrases, so maybe he, too, was just passing as French. That's all for today. Stay safe, everyone. Yay! Huh? Sir, where's Ryota? He said he was going to the infirmary. I can't believe they didn't say inbirdery, but okay. He's going to the infirmary. Maybe you should go and see if he's still there? Yeah, I hope he's feeling okay now. Now that I think about it, Ryota always did have a weak stomach. Ooh, too much birdseed, huh? I should go to the infirmary just to make sure he's okay. That's what a good friend would do. Excuse me. Ooh, am I going to meet the nurse bird? Nobody's here. We'll get to the bottom of this chat. There's no one sleeping behind the curtains, and the doctor isn't here either. My hunter-gatherer instincts feel no presence. There's nobody here. Ryota? No reply. The infirmary is empty. They've said this like 5 times now. I guess we get the message. Weird. Did he go home already? I feel a little nervous poking around the empty room. Now that I think about it, I haven't been in here much before. Unlike Ryota, I'm perfectly healthy. Whoa, they've got all kinds of drugs in here. Is this going where I think it's going? Is my character gonna suddenly be like the cool, edgy kid who like steals drugs from the infirmary? Ethelpar, Triafeed, Lucy. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of these two, but chemistry was never my strong point, alas. Lucio Benzine. What do these even do? Care to find out? Who could this be? Doctor? It's the doctor bird. I'll feed you all sorts of things if you want. Hmm? No, thank you. So, Shu Iwamine. Okay, yeah, he really looks like a doctor. This partridge is Iwamine Shu, the school doctor. He's rather creepy in person and has a bad reputation among the student body. Every birdie knows that even just talking to him can bring you down with aspergillus, psittacosis, and even worse things. I don't know what these are. Maybe these are the bird diseases. Yeah, holy huge feathers. Yeah, he really is. He's a chunky boy, as they say. I keep getting automated because I'm making drug references. So yeah, YouTube can be annoying in that regard. Sorry to hear it, Hannah, but don't worry. I'll imagine the drug references on your behalf. I've never even heard him come in the door. Ninja doctor. Maybe he does have ninja background. You look like you have... Oh, you don't look like you have a good reason to be in here. Did you need something? I heard Ryota Kawara from 2 to 3 was supposed to be here. Him? He's already gone. Oh. Why didn't he come find me before going home? Aspergillus is a mold species, I think. Okay, it's useful to know. Viking says, I like this bird. So far, like, I know the text says he's creepy and all, but so far I don't mind him either. I like that he has a really different look from the other birds so far, you know? You gotta respect that partridge physique that he has going on. Sorry to bother you. I'll be going now. Ah, finally out of that den of evil. My character is being a little hard on the guy. He hasn't actually done anything wrong so far. Like, Den of Evil, I feel like that's just a little harsh. Ryota's already gone home. What do I do now? I guess I could socialize with some of the other birds. Like the shoebill. The shoebill is so cute. Yeah, they were very strange-looking birds. But I suppose they could be cute in a way. Also, why is it playing Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy? I don't know. Why not play Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy? Oh, I never got around to joining a club last year. Maybe I'll go take a look at some of my options. I think that's a good idea. Ninja and a doctor, no way they got a medic from. I mean, it's an unusual combination of skills, but somehow just the way that guy looks, I can see him having some ninja background. I think there were clubs for baseball, soccer, track, kendo, migration, bird watching. So in the bird watching club, are they just like watching themselves? Wasn't there another one? Anyway, I'll start with the track team. I ran in middle school. It's always funny watching the birds hop around. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a fair competition. Like if I joined the track team as a human and the birds are just limited to like hopping around, I feel like I'm going to dominate the team. I think their club room is on the ground floor, off to the side. A white dove is having a tantrum outside. Coo, coo. This is no pudding for a man. Coo. Oko-san rejects it. It is a lie, a vicious falsification. He's dancing around on a squished pudding. Hey, that's not very nice to the pudding. Yeah, that's totally what I would say. Oko-san. Oh, this one's an actual bird. Not even going to give it a human representation here, just going all in on the bird look. He doesn't really look it, but surprisingly, or supposedly rather, he's a fantail pigeon. Fantail pigeon, I think. Either way, he's hyper. Oh, people are saying like he's best girl in this game. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to interacting with him more than. Koo! Oko-san has suffered a deception most vile, a wretched betrayal. Betrayal. Koo! Oko-san instructed that pudding be provided for new members. Koo! But this is no pudding. Should I read the koo every time? I feel like there's such a strong temptation to read it because it's there, but it feels awkward. This is no pudding. Ousted, scorned, betrayed, dragged into the street and shot by those he trusted most. It's squished and filthy, but the thing under his feet looks like normal store-bought pudding. I see. So this guy has a bit of a flair for the dramatic. Which is also something I respect. Someone who's willing to be that dramatic about, about something small like that. Yes, please read. Okay, since you've asked for it, Zero, I will read the coos. It's just a friggin' bird. I love him. I think if I get a pet pigeon, it would be him. I'd let him carry my letters. Okay, so like everyone's a big fan of this guy, it looks like. What's wrong with it? Coo, coo. Spare the jests, young lady. Oko-san used wing attack. It's super effective. Oh no. I think I've seen this game before, chat. I guess they couldn't use gust or quick attack because it would be just a little too on the nose. So they used wing attack. Coo! They'll rue the day they crossed Oko-san. He'll have them flayed, hanged, shot at dawn. He will. Coo! Oko-san must now train to achieve true pudding. Farewell. Okay, this guy is serious about his pudding. Yeah, so far, like, I want to be friends with every character in the game, and that includes this guy. Maybe his story arc involves getting him some pudding that he actually likes. Try rolling the like a pigeon. Oh, okay, yeah, I could try doing that. I don't know if I can do that though. Maybe next time though, I'll give it a try. Ah, shit, we're weak to flying type. Yeah, so far it seems like my character is the only girl in the school, and she's surrounded by like all these hot pigeons. Like, how long are we gonna last against this chat, or will we succumb to the temptation and just date them all? That's what we're here to find out, I suppose. He's a good runner. What does pudding have to do with the track team? And so ended the first day of my second semester at St. Pigeonations. Who are you gonna romance? That's a good question. I mean, I'm sure there are still some characters I haven't met yet. But I feel like Ryota probably has... or Ryota or that arrogant bird's brother. I feel like both of them have pretty nice personalities so far. So I might narrow it down to them too, if I had to pick now. Not the only girl, oh, but the only human, I see. How big our desk is compared to everyone else's. Might need to be a little bit bigger. But if they give me a pigeon-sized desk, you know, I'll work with it. I'll do whatever I can. Or I think we want to choose the class council today. As you all know, this school doesn't require you to join any club. If you want to, you can, but if you don't, then you're free to go home after school. Okay, time for me to try to roll the O. I don't know if this is going to work or if it's going to sound like a cat dying, but let's try it. Ooh. Oko-san has time only for the track team. That's good. What about you, Shirogane? Yeah, I feel like that's the way you have to respond to Oko-san's declarations, his statements. You just have to say like, okay, that's good. A foolish question. I already hold a position here. Oh, that's right. You became student president when you were admitted. People saying good enough. Kawaii. Okay, good. Thanks. Glad to know it met your standards. And I like to imagine all desks are human-sized. Yeah. The human-sized desk would be good for giving the birds lots of space, I guess, to work with. They'd have to just, like, sit up on the desk itself, though, and not in the chair, or else the teacher wouldn't be able to see them. But maybe that's what they do. Nepotism? Ho! Don't we get to vote? I mean, he raises a fair question. Just coming to school is enough for me. You have to take care of your mother on your own and all. I wonder what I should do. Let's see, so Ryota helps take care of his mother. Yeah, what club should I join? Join the... Oh, okay. So, I think, chat, we're getting our first choice of the game here. And what a decision it will be. Do I join the student council? And I suppose get closer to that arrogant bird. I keep forgetting his name, but just the arrogant one is the way I think of him. The Draco Malfoy type. Or the track team with Oko-san. Or the library staff with that shy one from earlier. This is so hard because I like all of these people, these birds. What do you think, chat? I think I know which one I'm going to go for now, but I'll open it up for chat to comment on this one because I value your opinions. I just think it'd be really funny if we didn't get a different sized desk and we're sat on our knees on the ground next to the bird desks. Yeah, I like that too, Hannah, that thought. I think that's probably the funniest way of going about the desk setup is if, yeah, they're all just bird-sized desks. And our knees are like sticking way out because we're just trying to make it work. Especially if they never acknowledged it and they just had us like in that situation and none of the pigeons seemed to notice and our character was just like too shy to speak up about it, and so they just like continued the whole year in that way. I could see that being quite comical. So I'm tempted to do the library staff one because, again, I am kind of curious to know more about that student who was kind of shy in the library. But at the same time, I'd like you to choose whatever resonates with you the most. Okay, well, thank you, Tia. That's a nice comment, a nice thought. Yeah, I'm thinking... it's between that and track team. Not that student council would be a bad choice, because I feel like that would be also a really cool story arc to see myself get closer to that, arrogant, stuck-up student, and also to see that student soften up a bit, as he becomes better friends with my character. But I'm also just really curious about Oko-san and like what his deal is with the pudding and the track team. I feel like I was recently talking about being a bird, so this is insanely funny to me. Ooh, okay, so Blue Eyes Cubes, you have experience of imagining yourself in these situations, it seems. Yes, this is the perfect moment for you, I would say. Okay, chat. I think I'm going to do... Are y'all feeling the suspense? 3, 2, 1. Track team. Track team it is. That's everyone, isn't it? Have fun. Yes, time for me to dominate the track team. Today's an elective day. What should I do? Stats Wisdom 1, Vitality 800, Charisma 5. Okay. I have an odd skewing of these stats, but hey, at least I'm really good on something. Need to bulk up my wisdom though. Like, no philosopher should be satisfied with just a 1 for wisdom. It's a little embarrassing, but I guess you gotta start somewhere. Okay, should I attend math class, gym class, or music class? I think the one skill that's going to help me the most with becoming someone who can woo these pigeons and exercise my riz on these pigeons is probably music class. Like, maybe I could show them the pigeon music that they like, and that will help me in my social standing at this school. So for now, I will choose music class. We sang birdie melodies. It was a little tiring, but singing together is fun. Axaeon leveled up. Charisma increased by 5. Okay, that's exactly what I was hoping for, is that this would help my charisma. I don't actually know if these stats do anything. But damn it, I'm going to try. Oh, I need to go sign up for track. Yes. I want to join the team, but I wonder if Oko-san's having a fit again. I'll find out when I get there. Ooh, an Axaeon appears. Is this a challenge then? Choose your weapon, ma'am, and draw. A fit he is having, though not over pudding. Not really. I want to join the team. Do you know where the captain is? Ooh, he stands before you. Oko-san is the captain, and a faster bird the world has never known. I never knew. Hey, don't tell him that, though. Do not tell him that. Oh, well, here, my forms. Thank you. Ooh, a dove never refuses a challenge. Commence the entrance examination. There's an exam? Oh no, am I going to pass the exam? Ooh, of course, track isn't daisy chain making, missy. Ooh, Oko-san will be your opponent in noble combat, sprint or long distance. Yeah, which should I choose? Let's see. I mean, I feel like I'm probably gonna crush him at either of these. So, like, if I'm a human and he's a bird just hopping around, still doesn't really feel fair to me. But I'll go for long distance. Ooh, long distance. You've got guts. Let us begin. Ooh, on your mark, get set, go! How is he so fast? He can't even fly this fast. So he just hops that fast? Okay, this is going to be harder than I thought. Ooh, you're still weak, but you've got potential. Welcome to the team. Thanks? Ooh, that's all, folks. Okay, this is the first time he seems not angry, so I guess we've made some progress. And so I joined the track team. Who knew doves could run like that? Massive respect to him, too, for being able to go so fast, just hopping on the ground as a dove. You can tell how dedicated he is. Yes, you did it. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you know, this is like our first positive interaction with him. So we're making good progress with this relationship in particular. Sitting at home is so relaxing. I know what you mean. Oh, tomorrow is the class hike. Should I prepare anything? We won't be going far, so I don't have to. Well, health first. I think I'll have some udon and go to sleep. Solid plan. And just like that, we are here. Today is the hike. We've stopped for a break on a hillside. Who should I talk to? Talk to... Let's see, San, Katsuraki, Sakuya, and Ryota. Okay, so chat, for this one, I think since we're already on the track team with San, probably not him. Kazuaki, the math teacher, I mean, he probably has some interesting things to say, but I think I'm most curious to see if I can improve my relationship with Sakuya. Like, if I can make a friend out of him, then I feel like anything is possible. And I'm already on pretty good terms with Ryota. Maybe I'll talk to Ryota, like, in the next interaction, because I do feel like he needs some help, too, because, like, he apparently isn't part of a club and goes home to help take care of his mother, so he probably does need a friend. But I think Sakuya also needs a friend, even if he doesn't realize it. So I'll go talk to him and hope that he doesn't bite my head off for approaching him. Unacceptable. In a temper, as usual. Why? Why do I have to come to a place like this and on foot? It's a hike, Sake. You have to walk. For what purpose? As exercise? Foolishness. Exercise is for peasants. No, for fun. You're supposed to enjoy the change of scenery. Look over here. Don't we have a nice view? I was wishing, chat, that he was going to say exercise is for peasants. And maybe they look down on peasants in this world, but alas, it was not to be. Sakia looks like he still has something to say, but he reluctantly comes over to me. I think maybe he's acting angrier than he really is. Oh, yep, he's one of those types. Wants to show us how cool he is by showing how angry he is. But really, on the inside, he's just as afraid of not being liked as any of the other kids are. Sheesh, what a kid. Today's an elective day. What should I do? Attend math class. Okay, so last time I upped my charisma by attending music class. In gym class, I'm already doing really well there. I do kind of want to increase my wisdom. Not that I'm sure any of these correspond perfectly to that, but math class is probably the closest. So math it is. Ooh, uh-oh. Having some difficulty here. I'm not getting this at all. Maybe you should review the basics a little more, VTuber. It just sounds so weird to say. I know I put it in as my last name, but like if somebody just addressed me as VTuber, it's so strange here, but I also kind of like it, you know? It makes me think of other cases of addressing someone by their rank. Like, you know how in Star Wars Episode 3 when Palpatine says to Mace Windu, "Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?" It gives me that vibe a little bit. Like, if somebody were to say, instead of, "Are you threatening me, Axaeon?" I say, like, "Are you threatening me, VTuber?" Or, "Are you threatening me, Philosopher VTuber?" It's so much more dramatic somehow. And of course, in a game like this, we always appreciate making things as dramatic as possible. Yes, sir. Axaeon leveled up. Wisdom increased by 5. Okay, so still my lowest stat, but I am improving. Maybe if the math teacher is wise, maybe that is part of what's increasing my wisdom, is just him rubbing off on me. When I look back on classes that I've taken, I think often that's been the biggest benefit, or at least one of the biggest benefits, is when the teacher has been someone really special. Even more than, you know, the material, the main benefit that I perceive myself as having gained from the class was just learning what it means to be a good human, or bulking up my knowledge of what it means to be a good human just from the teacher's example or from the professor's example. I can think of a few classes that I've had like that. Can you all think of any classes you've had that have felt special in that way? I hope that you can, because it's an experience that I think everyone should have. I imagine you're all well aware, but the sports festival is right around the corner. Please think about what you'll do. It's sports festival season already? If it were the fall, it would conflict with the cultural festival, so it's always been in May. What are you going to do, Ryota? I haven't decided, but probably the three-legged race. Some birdie has to. Yeah, watching pigeons do a three-legged race would be quite amusing. Oh, wait. Sorry. I automatically went for the angry toggle because I was just so used to San being angry, but this time he actually seems like he's not angry. Ooh, Oko-san will handle the marathon. Indeed, he will. You do have a lot of stamina, Oko-san. What about you, Sakuya? You can't possibly be expecting me to run in some race, can you? It is a sports festival. Is there an event that doesn't involve running? How about being a cheerleader? No, Kazuraki, he's not gonna like that suggestion. The general, in other words. Very well, leave it to me. Wait, is he actually gonna be a cheerleader? Not sure what he means when he says the general. Guess we'll have to find out. I don't think that's... just let it slide. He'll like it. Since you asked, probably the ones with the English teacher I told you about. Ooh, the professional author whom you remind me of. That's a nice thought to you. And I'm glad to know that you had those experiences in that class. It does indeed sound like it was a very special class. Also, the first aid team is always short-handed, so I'm sure they could use help if any birdies still can't decide. That's all for today. Ryota's doing the three-legged race, Oko-san's running the marathon, and Sakuya's a cheerleader. Yeah, I was not expecting that with Sakuya. This game just is full of surprises. Yuya might be running the first aid tent. What should I do? I'll have to think about it. I could see myself doing the three-legged race with Ryota. Today is the sports festival. Never did make up my mind. What should I do? Go to the three-legged race, marathon, cheerleaders, first aid tent. Ooh, you can still choose library in this one too. That's funny. Because yeah, I guess that shy student will probably still be there. But, you know, Ryota, I feel like, deserves some help in the three-legged race. So if I do it with him, maybe that will be like a good friendship moment for us. Or maybe this game will just end up like Monster Prom did, and I won't end up having any dates by the end because I sampled a little too widely rather than just locking in on one student. But hey, if the path is noble, then there can be no regret in the outcome. So let's go to three-legged race. Oh, are you joining us? Want to run together? I haven't found a partner yet. Yes, I do want to run together. Let's crush this, Ryota. Okay. Get set. Go. Ryota's running for both of us. Pairing up with a bird and a primate might have been a bad idea. Wait, how is he running for both of you, like if you're the human? We somehow came in second anyway, though. We have brought honor to our class. Yeah, second place is pretty good. The non-monogamy playstyle. True, yeah. That's just how I approach games like this, I suppose. The first barrier for all students who make it this far, the midterm exam. We're getting them back today. I don't think I did too well. VTuber! Yes? I don't think you did too badly. Yes? Not too... Nope, sorry. You did badly. Jesus, what? What a jerk you have to be to say something like that to a student as a teacher. No. Try harder next time, okay? Okay, this... Earlier, I was thinking the teacher seems like a pretty nice person, but apparently he's not nice when students don't do well on an exam. I disappointed Mr. Nanaki. I'll have to study more from now on. Yeah, it's always a hard thing for a student, feeling that you've let a teacher down. It's part of the reason why I would always tell students I've had that even if they score low on the assignment or the exam or what have you, that I would still like them and respect them just as much. And I don't know if it made a difference to any of them, but I hope that it did, to at least one. With the festival and the midterm over, there's nothing to look forward to but summer heat. Doves smell kind of funny when it gets humid like this. Ooh, could this be pheromones? Huh, there's a bunch of birds in front of the staff room. What are they doing? Oh, there's Yuya. Yuya, what's going on? Salutations, Axaeon. Brian won his 7th Pulitzer. He gestures at a news clipping on the staff room pinboard. It says Brian, the first intelligent pigeon, crowned again. Wow. Brian? Yeah, I don't think we've met Brian yet. Don't tell me you don't know who he is. I think I've heard the name, but... He's the world's most famous blogger. He began when birds were barely intelligent. Yeah, he does have that look to him of sort of signature look of superiority. I could see it in the way he carries his head. He's a very skilled and insightful writer. Axaeon is a teacher? Well, not currently, but I was. I have been a teacher, or was a teacher for several years. At different levels, so both college and high school. I'm sure they appreciate that from you very much. They must have worshipped you for a reason. Oh, thank you. Well, I like to think that people appreciate encouragement like that. At least I know that it's always made a difference to me when teachers would encourage me as a student. He was the one who suggested that the Dove Olympics be called Pidgey Olympics. He's extremely influential. The name was adopted right away. At first I thought, like, okay, is this like a proof of his intelligence that, like, Pidgey Olympics, like, that shows that he's like a genius bird? But now I think I see what it is intended to mean. It just shows how influential he was that the suggestion was adopted immediately. Why don't you look him up right now, mon ami? Try Googling Brian Pigeon. Yeah, Google it right now, chat. See what you find. Okay. Uh-oh, lunch is nearly over. Adieu, Axaeon. Adieu to you as well. Today is a good day. I feel like I'm shining. Wonder what I should do during break. Go to the store. Infirmary. Yeah, why would I go to the infirmary during break? I guess if I want to get to know the nurse character, the doctor character a little bit better. Go to the cafeteria. Go to the store. Well, I don't think we've seen the store yet, so maybe I should give that a try. I don't really need anything, but I think I'll go to the store. I've never really looked around there before. Wow, they've got all sorts of things for sale. Though these nest building materials look a lot like what you'd find in a human store's trash. Well, you know what they say about one man's trash? It's another man's treasure, or in this case, pigeon's treasure. My, how mature of you, mon ami, planning to settle down already? Yuya. No, that's not it. I'm still a high school student. That may be so, but you know, we doves reach sexual maturity within a year of birth. Ooh. So they're on a faster timeline than we humans are. They do. That seems a little hasty. And why is Yuya... Is Yuya, like, coming on to me? Is this Yuya's way of flirting with me? That aside, what are you here to buy, Yuya? Your love, of course. Oh. So he is really direct. I mean, what do you even say to something like that? You know, you got to admire the boldness of an approach like that. Like, even if you're not interested in the person, just, you know, the sheer courage of it is something that I just have to respect. And now my character is all flustered. Yuya, that's... We're not... My character is unspeakably flustered, chat. Scandalized. How are they ever going to recover from this? I'm not good enough? Oh well. I'll have to try again later. What a Chad! Chad among birds. Is this how he talks to every girl he meets? It just might be. Turn this bird into restaurant oven bake. I actually kind of like how forward he is. But yeah, I can appreciate there are some who might find that a little too forward. But you know, he might be the kind of guy who just like casts his net far and wide, you know, to see what turns up. Maybe that's his strategy. I think that's a little rude. I think I will let it slide. It's not like it's surprising coming from him. I wonder, is this the kind of game where you can only choose one bird at the end? Probably it is, because I think most dating sim games are like that. Because I don't want to lock myself to him now necessarily, but I do kind of like his personality. Ooh, today is an elective day. Yeah, what should I do? So I can attend math class, gym class, or music class. Well, I don't think I've attended gym class yet. That's the only one of these that I haven't gone to. And I do kind of want to do a little bit better in the athletic competitions, since now I'm on the track team. So I shall give gym class a try. Ooh, today is calisthenics. Wonder what bird calisthenics are like. Ryota, you're in high school and you still can't do a chin-up? Don't look at me like that. You're making me feel like a failure. To be fair, though, my character was kind of mean in that interaction. So, like, Ryota has a good point here. Axaeon leveled up. Vitality increased by 5. Still a little strange that my vitality is so unbalanced with my other stats. Ooh, today is Tanabata. There's probably a bamboo tree in the plaza this year, too. I think I'll go make a wish. Wow, there's lots here already. Any birdie I know. Oh, this is Ryota's wish. May mother stay healthy this year, and may my stomach get better. Gee, that's really sad. That's the kind of wish that tugs on your heartstrings. I hope those things too for you, Ryota. I hope that your mother will feel better this year, and that your stomach will get better as well. Because you deserve that. You're a good guy, and I'm sure your mother is very nice too. Impossible n'est pas français. Or maybe that's his brother. But yes, impossible is not French. Not a bad quotation. Maybe the thought is like, yeah, with French, anything is possible. Maybe French just expands the possibilities so that you're always reaching new heights. The sky's the limit when you are French. What should I wish for? Conquer the world by force, rule the world from the shadows, become a famous artist. Yeah, surprisingly, 2 out of these 3 have to do with ruling the world. But I'm not sure I see my character as being interested in that. I think so far, become a famous artist is probably the one that I would most be into. Rule the world from the shadows, I think. I do have a certain attraction to that insofar as I would think, well, maybe I could, you know, rule the world in a way that's good. But it would be a lot of responsibility. Don't know if I could continue being a philosopher VTuber if I were someone tasked with ruling the world. We couldn't have that, could we? Oh no, France should pay my utility bills. Maybe. Yeah. I wasn't saying maybe like your name, but yeah, maybe like as in like perhaps. But Yeah, that would be cool to have your utility bills paid by another country. I'm going to go with become a famous artist. It's the most romantic, I think, out of all of these options. I wish to become a famous artist whose work is known the world over. Will France surrender in the future? Perhaps France will surrender too, maybe. Maybe one of the conditions of the surrender will be that France now pays her power bills. Oh, hello. Is that you, VTuber? Mr. Nanaki. You should be careful out this late. It can be dangerous for a girl, you know. Yeah, all these pigeons around, you never know what they're going to try. I was about to head home. Would you like me to walk you to your place? Ooh, is this like the teacher romance option? Yes, please, or no, thank you. Well, it's tough, chat, because I don't exactly want to romance him, especially after he was kind of mean to me earlier when I did not do well on the exam. But I also feel like if I say no, thank you, I'm going to hurt his feelings. And his offer to, you know, walk me back, whatever, or like hop back with me or whatever it is that pigeons do when walking with someone, like it is a nice offer, you know. Yes, I would teach France a new definition of revolution. Ooh. Sounds intriguing, maybe. Wish you good luck with that endeavor. Yeah, he was kind of rude to me earlier, but at the same time, I don't want to be someone who holds a grudge. And since he is being nice now, I think I will say, yes, please. That's a very kind offer. Thank you. Yes, please. All right. Do you want to know how the romance works in this game? Let's see, do I want to know? That's nice of you to ask, Zero. I appreciate that you asked. I think for right now, probably I should keep it a surprise. But again, thank you for checking in. If I decide later, like if I get really confused later and decide that I would like to know, though, I'll keep in mind your offer and we'll maybe ask you or whoever is in chat. Mr. Nanaki demonstrated some extreme sleeping on the way home, but we arrived eventually. Your house is very rustic, VTuber. I like it this way. It's wonderful to have a place to come back to, isn't it? Yes, I do enjoy having a place to call home. Wonderful indeed. He looks a little sad. Does he not have a home? Sir. See you tomorrow. Don't forget your homework. And so he left, a somewhat hollow-sounding farewell echoing behind him. Ooh, could that be some of the reason why he's always falling asleep? So maybe he sleeps on the street and there are lots of disturbances and he has trouble getting a good night's rest. If so, that is pretty sad. I do feel for him. Or was it just my imagination? Okay, I'm glad I said yes to him because now we have that further background of his character, insight into his character. Ooh, today's an elective day. What should I do? Let's see, attend math class, gym class, or music class. I don't know if music class leads to any interactions. Wisdom is still my lowest stat, so I should probably attend math class. Sir, how will integral calculus help us in life? Ooh, the classic question for math teachers to be asked. Hard to say. It might never help you at all, VTuber. Well, he's being very honest with us. But only studying things that help you in life is tiresome. Think of it as educational candy. Integral calculus is educational candy? I'm not prepared to accept this. Kind of an inconclusive ending to that interaction. Maybe my character will eventually accept the value of learning things whose practical value is not immediately obvious. But in any case, I did level up. Wisdom increased by 5. So now maybe I'll at least do better on that next exam and not have to be embarrassing myself in front of the teacher. Ooh, we get our finals back today. Not sure I did too well. VTuber! Oh, sir. You didn't do too badly, I think. Oh, but this is what he said last time. And then he says like, oh, actually you did poorly. So I gotta say, I do not trust you on that one, sir. I'm gonna wait until you give your final verdict before I trust you on how well I did on the exam. Yes? You... Never mind. You did badly. Sorry. Even after all those math classes I attended and upping my wisdom stat? No. Try harder next time, okay? I disappointed Mr. Nanaki. I'll have to study more from now on. Even for birds, a teacher's salary isn't enough. So it seems that is the tragedy of this world when it comes to teachers. Today's the last day. It's been a semester already. Sometimes it seemed long, and sometimes it seemed short, but either way, it's summer now. I should help clean up the club room and check the summer schedule before I go home. To the track club. Mush, 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 mush. Oko-san looks excited. Not angry for once, but still, this is... Ah, what are you doing? The floor is covered in beans. Mush, mush. They're good. Looks like he's been stockpiling his nutritional balance supplements and is eating them all at once. He certainly seems happy about it. What should I do? Yeah, like, don't overdo it, dude. You're gonna have an upset stomach if you keep eating this much. Scold him. Join in. I'm gonna join in, chat. This is too good an opportunity to pass up. Those look pretty good. Much, much, yum. And so we devoured 2 months worth of dietary supplements in one day. Oh no, hope we don't have to go to the infirmary because we've eaten too much. It's easy to fall out of practice and get fat and lazy during summer vacation. Hunter-gatherer's body is her way of life, so maybe I'll go running today. Solid plan, solid plan. Who we're gonna run into when we go out for a run, though? That's the question. Ooh, those buildings. Is this a post-apocalyptic game? The way those buildings looked half destroyed. Maybe that's why we're the only human at this school. Maybe there just aren't many humans left. But perhaps in the post-apocalyptic world, maybe pigeons are more abundant than humans are. Ah, that was a good run. A true running girl's way to start vacation. I wonder how far I ran. I always lose track of where I'm going once the runner's high kicks in. Where am I? I must have wandered out of my usual stomping ground at some point. Which way did I come from? Don't fail me now, Paleolithic homing instinct. The sun's setting. I'd rather not sleep outside. Hey, you. A new bird, chat. I don't know you. Where do you come from? A sparrow stands next to me, squinting up at my face. Her wing is resting on a motor scooter. Looks a little bit vintage. How cute. Got a cool soundtrack. I'm getting a badass vibe from this character already. I feel a strange pressure. I could tell right away that this sparrow isn't just any birdie. I'm from St. Pigeonations. I was out for a run and got lost. You ran all the way from there? You must be good. It's about a 2-hour drive from here. What? Guess that's why my legs hurt. I wonder if I'll be able to run home again. I like the cut of your jib. Anyone that determined deserves a ride home. Come on. The intimidating sparrow gestures at her scooter. It's a little small, but we should both fit, I think. But thank you. May I ask your name? Koshiba Azami. I sell takoyaki. Call me Azami. Then thank you, Azami. Ooh, here we're going to see the human portrait. Oh, well, I guess not. Maybe this is not a major character. Maybe this is just a minor character, so hence no human portrait. I'm an optimist, so maybe it's just half-built. Yeah, that would be nice if it's just half-built. I mean, one of them looked like it was leaning over, though, but yeah, you never know with these things. You're a very cautious driver. Carve it into your soul, kid. One accident is all it would take, and that would be the end of both our lives. Let's see, this is a safety first kind of guy. It may seem strange to a young girl like you, but once you've lost someone, you'll understand. Ooh. There was a far-off look in her eyes. I sense some lore coming up for this character. I'm sure you know what you're talking about, but at this rate, I might get home faster by walking. Do you think we'll get there by dawn? Carve it into your soul. The speed limit for scooters is 30 kilometers per hour. We're not even going that fast. Following traffic laws is part of my credo. Isn't riding tandem against the law too? That rule is for humans. Ooh. Birds are light, so one or two more doesn't stop the brakes from working. It stands to reason. We're fine like this. But I'm not a bird. So we putted along at Azami's hyper-cautious speed. By the time we got to my house, it was almost lights out. Well, at least we got to meet a new person, new friend. It's still a long time until the semester starts, and I still have a lot of homework. They give you homework over the summer? Or I suppose maybe it's like summer reading. You know, some schools do that. So maybe that's the kind of homework they're referring to. Or it could be a different kind. I don't know how it works in Japan. But I know sometimes my school would give me summer reading, things like that. They did when I was in school. Wow. Hope it wasn't too much. I know that, so like getting homework during summer just doesn't sound like a very fun thing. Like I find myself thinking like, but wait, like that's students' time to be, you know, free. Why are they getting assigned homework during that time? But yeah, true. I guess, yeah, schools do it sometimes. Maybe I should apply for a part-time job since I have the chance. I'll get a job, forget it. Well, if I get the job, then that'll help me with having some money, which is maybe something I could use. I think I will get the job. I think I saw a flyer at the station hiring high school students over the summer. It was the cafe, right? Yeah, let's see. What job am I going to get? It's beautiful in here. Oh, my. Ooh, could this be a new bird friend? Pardon me, miss, but we're not open yet. If you could come back at noon. Oh, sorry. I was here to ask about the job. The proprietor of the cafe is an extremely elegant parakeet. A true gentle bird, without a doubt. This must be what people mean when they refer to a mature attractiveness. Ooh. So he's slightly older, but carries lots of status and refinement. And our character is about to be swept off her feet by him. All the students at school are young and hyper, and the most dignified birds there are the teachers. Oh, is that right? Forgive me. I am called Urashihara Kenzaburo. I think. Apologies to the Japanese speakers here if I'm mispronouncing that, which I probably am. I am the owner of Torimi Cafe. I'm VTuber Axaeon. I should start introducing myself as that. Welcome, Miss Axaeon. I hadn't expected a human. Are you going to interview me? I do not see any need to test such a wonderful young lady's desire to work here. Ooh, he's sweet-talking me already. I can feel the little flutter in my heart at his words, and I believe you will be much more capable than I at moving the boxes of coffee and tea about. I'll be glad to. I mean, I am a vitality girl. True, that is my highest stat by far. Summer homework was the worst. Oh, so you have experience with it too, maybe. Sorry to hear you had to go through that. I shall be relying on you for this summer then, Miss Axaeon. It is perhaps a little sudden, but could you start tomorrow? Of course. Yeah, anything to be with you. I am glad. I shall be waiting for you here in my cage. Tomorrow then, Miss Axaeon. Should we negotiate the time? Like when my shift starts? I guess not, apparently. Well, just into it, you know, just play it by ear. Today is my first day working at Mr. Urashihara's cafe. I think I'll leave early to make a good impression. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, getting there early always does help with making a good first impression. Good morning, Miss Axaeon. Good morning, sir. Let me start by showing you where everything is. I'm sure you'll be able to remember everything soon, so please ask if you can't find something. He shows me around the cafe, explaining everything inside. The shop is small, and he keeps everything very tidy, so I'll be able to remember it all. Well then, what do you think? It's very nice. I almost want to move in. Ooh, maybe this is my character's way of flirting with him. Come now, it's far too plain for a young lady such as yourself. Actually, compared to my house... Excuse me. Ryota, I saw the flyer at the station and... Ryota? Axaeon, what are you doing here? A friend of yours, Miss Axaeon? Oh, yes, this is Ryota. You came for the job too, Ryota? Yeah, I saw that it starts at noon, so I thought I could fit it in after my other job. Wow, he wants to work 2 jobs? But if you've already got the position, then that's that. Maybe, or maybe we could both work here, you know? Mr. Urashihara, could you use 2 people? Sadly, my cage is too small to have that much work to do. I should do the job I was hired for. No, give the job to Ryota. Sounds like he needs it more than I do. I don't know if the manager will allow me to just transfer the job to someone else, but I'm gonna try anyway. Give the job to Ryota. Mr. Urashihara, do you think you could take Ryota instead of me? Oh, that's good. He puts it like politely as a question. Or she, my character, puts it politely as a question. Axaeon. I don't see why not, but... I don't really need the job, but Ryota does. Don't worry, he's a hard worker. Are you sure, Axaeon? It's not really fair to you. I do feel a little bad leaving on my first day too, but Ryota works several jobs every summer to support his mother. Mr. Urashihara is a real gentle bird, and Ryota deserves to be treated nicely. This is for the best. You live in a cave, but you're giving up your job. I'm crying. Hey, that's... yeah, I go all out for my friends. And Ryota, he's a true friend. So, if this is for him, I will keep living in my cave jobless. That is the length I'm willing to go. I know you'll do a good job, Ryota. Thanks, Axaeon. And also, yeah, that's a good point, Zero, that like it's also for his mom. Like his mom does need it. We need to think of his mother. Well then, our encounter has been as transient as a comet's tail on the horizon. I'm glad I met you. It's a very nice simile to introduce just randomly in the middle of a sentence. Someone who introduces a simile like that, though, I feel like they would have an interesting perspective on things. I wish we could talk to this person a little bit more. But yes, I'm glad I met you too. Please do stop by. I will always be here, Miss Axaeon. I will. Thank you, Mr. Urushihara. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your kindness. Today's the local summer festival. I think I'll go with some birdie. Invite... So I could invite Ryota, Sakya, Nagaki, Sun, Kazuraki. Jeez, this is a tough one. Because I just did something nice for Ryota, so maybe I should focus on some of these others now. Since Kazuraki was mean to me again about not doing well on the math test, now I'm a little less a fan of his character. So it's between these three. It's Sakuya, Nagaki, or San. I'll go with San. I'll see if he wants to go to the summer festival with me. Ooh, is it true that you will take Oko-san to a wonderful place? Yes, it is true. Yep, today is the summer festival. Let's go together. Ooh, Oko-san smells excellent things. Oko-san's excitement is almost at maximum. There's lots of good food, more than we could ever try. Oh, that's right, yeah. San seems like he's really into food. Ooh, perhaps even pudding. Well, probably not. I've never seen a stand sell pudding. Oh, look, the fireworks are starting. Oh, this is nice and romantic. You get to see the fireworks together. Aren't they pretty, Oko-san? Oko-san? Ooh. Ooh. No, he's lost himself to the shining lights and returned to his feral ancestry. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Calm down. Oko-san, calm down. Well, all in all, still, a pretty interesting first date, so. And it sounds like we were able to help Oko-san recover his personality and thoughts, so, could have been worse. Could have worked out worse, I think. I knew I should have gotten up when I first woke up. I slept way too late. School starts today, right? Oh no, I'm gonna be late. Yeah, not a good way to start the first day of school. I'm gonna have to run out of my cave with the toast in my mouth and just bolt to school as fast as I can. Oh, hello, VTuber. Sir, I'm sorry, I overslept. Overslept? My homework, I forgot to bring my homework, oh no. Not my summer homework that I spent so much time doing. Aren't you getting a little bit ahead of yourself, VTuber? Huh? What's the number in the top left-hand corner say? Ooh, August 30th. You're just a little bit early. Wah! I don't know exactly how the game wants me to do that sound, or what sound it's the developers are imagining there. But that was the best I could do. Wah! So, since you were here, could you lend me a hand for a bit, VTuber? Lend you a hand? I was about to start grading the freshmen's exams, and I thought maybe you could help, if you don't have something else. Wait, he's gonna just show me the freshmen's grades? Isn't there a rule against this? A teacher just showing the students each other's grades? Maybe not legally since they're still in high school, but come on. Like, yeah, what what teacher does that? Of course, you have a test in September, so if you want to go and study in the library, I want to tell Mr. Nike, study in the library, return to my glorious abode. That is a tempting option. I could get more sleep, but I think I should study in the library, because you know who I bet we're going to find there? I bet we're going to find that shy student that I was kind of intrigued by earlier. The library should be open now. I think I'll go study. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not sure I've prepared enough for my tests. I'd like to go study if it's all right. Of course. Work hard, okay? That's nice, he understands. There are already a number of students working in the library. Looks like mostly third years. They've probably all decided on their colleges and careers already. Will I be that frantic this time next year, I wonder? Nagaki is here too, leaning against a bookshelf in a far corner. Nagaki, Miss VTuber, do you need something? Why are you over here? There's still plenty of seats open. You should sit down. I don't mind standing. You look like you mind. You don't like being near other birds, is that it? He nods. Ooh, he trusts me a little more this time than previously. They'll just ignore me anyway, whether or not I go near. Nagaki, are you being bullied or paranoid? That's kind of mean to say paranoid. Could it be that he's being bullied? Also, hi, Estella. Welcome. We're just trying to romance as many pigeons as possible. So you came at the perfect time. Are you being bullied, Nagaki? He falls silent. If there's something wrong, I'd like to help. Yeah, don't worry, Nagaki. We'll get to the bottom of this. We'll save you from whatever birds are bringing you grief. Which brings us to our main topic, the observational reports on the human representative at St. Pigeonations. As you can see, while she was meant to act as a goodwill ambassador, she fails to display sufficient intimacy with the birds. Oh no, are they talking about me? Am I the one who's failing to display sufficient intimacy with the birds? I mean, I've tried to romance as many of them as possible. Could it be that they wanted me to romance one in particular? We of the Hawk Party cannot overlook this situation. These reports only confirm what we already knew of human nature. We will execute the termination sequence. Adjourned. Coffee, anyone? Oh no. They're going to terminate me, chat. The Hawks are... I love watching the stars at night. I can feel the excitement bubbling up from light years away. Oh, Yoda lady who... I wasn't sure how to say that first, but it's the yodeling call. The Yoda lady who... Huh? I think I just heard something. Oh no. Who's there? Ninjas? You don't need to know. It'll all be over in 2 seconds. Eek! Ah. Oh no. Chat, they got me. It's a sad thing that your adventures have ended here. Goods, caramel candy, ladder, iPhone 4S, and halberd. I don't see what any of those have to do with my playthrough. I don't think at any point candy or any of these things came up in any of my conversations. Chat, I'm confused. Chat, can somebody explain to me what's going on? But here's what I'm sensing is the case. Maybe I have to like romance one bird in particular, and if I don't do that, then the game kicks me out, basically. Like, given the Hawk Consortium, like, I need strong allies. And in this playthrough, I tried to have multiple allies. Not that I knew the Hawk Consortium was a thing, that they were going to try to kill me, but it seems like if I had chosen like one character in particular, maybe then I would have not been killed by the Hawks. Okay, so you got the bad end. Do you want me to tell you how to do the romance thing? Yeah, that would I'd be curious, Zero, if you'd be, because now that I've gotten the end, it seems like, yeah, I think now we're in a good position to talk for a little bit about what that might be like. So yeah, so feel free to share if you have any thoughts on it. Well, okay, you need to focus on one bird at a time. Okay, so I see then. Will Axe ever prevail in a dating game? I think it was you who said earlier, right, Tia, that maybe I'm setting the bar a little low for pigeons, like choosing pigeons for the dating game. But now I think we have the answer, and it looks like I was not, as embarrassed as I am to say it, I was not setting the bar too low, even at pigeons. I'm gonna have to find a way to set the bar even lower. Maybe if there's like a worm dating game, maybe I'll have to play that next, you know. That could be my next dating experience in games, and I'll see if any of the worms will be willing to go after me. Or if not worms, maybe then like even lower would be just like random molecules or whatever. Yes, will there be any entity in the entire universe that is willing to date poor humble Axaeon? Only time will tell. But I can tell you, chat, that even though our story here ended in tragedy and heartbreak and murder, I enjoyed the time spent with you. Yep. Would not have been the same without you all here. Meet another alien. Yeah, if there were other orbs, you know, what's funny is the first thing that came to my mind is, hey, I wonder if there's a girl orb out there. I don't know if orbs even have, like, what sense it even makes to speak of a boy orb or a girl orb. You know, it's also kind of embarrassing, but the first thing that came to mind was just like a pink orb. Maybe this is a story I will have to explore in the future. Maybe there's potential here. I can think of at least one. At least one? Maybe. Yeah, maybe there's one that I'm just not thinking of right now. But yes, that would be an intriguing direction for a story in the future. Yippee. Otsu. Please explain orb gender stuff. Yeah, well, let me think about it for a bit. I know I've heard that word before, Otsu. Oh, it means good work. Okay, thanks for your effort. Oh, that's a nice comment, Estella, so thank you for that. Yeah, I certainly, I tried, you know, and for all that, I'm proud of myself that I gave it my all in this game. And I think there is something tragic, and also, if it's not too much of an exaggeration to put it this way, something slightly romantic itself about the endeavor or the quest to play dating games and failing in each one, but still not giving up. You know, still being on that never-ending quest for romance. Like, there's something romantic in the literary sense about it. Like, it makes me think of Don Quixote fighting the windmills and being doomed to failure, but still proceeding onward in his quest. Maybe that's what I'm like when it comes to the dating simulator games. Oh, also, hi, Tyler. Welcome. So you're joining around the end of the stream today, but that's okay. It's always good to see you no matter what time of the stream. Borb or Gorb. It's funny because I think Gorb is the name of a character in Hollow Knight, I'm pretty sure. One of the bosses that you fight. But yes, for boy orb or girl orb, I guess we could shorten it to Borb or Gorb. Romancing soda cans. Not so subtle, only cans. Plug. Yeah, soda cans, maybe that's my next one. If they did have a game, or if they do have a game with romancing soda cans, then like there would have to be a joke in there about only cans. Like there would be no way you could miss out on that joke for a game like that. Please explain orb genders to us. Yeah, I don't know if I can in this moment, other than just to say the reason why my gender is male, even though I'm an orb, is that I have a blue orb. Okay, that's what it all comes down to. Purple orb or the Norb. Oh, non-binary orb. Oh, I forgot you're learning terms. Yeah, no worries. It's always useful for me to learn terms. That's O2 is one I will remember for the future. Ax, do you want to know what the can dating game is called? Oh, there's an actual can dating game. I thought it was just imagining. I didn't know there actually was one, but sure, I'd be curious to know what it is. Maybe I could get a can to date me. Oh, it's called Only Cans. Okay. And here I was thinking like, hey, that's a really good pun they should incorporate into the game if they make one. But now it turns, okay, they've already way beaten me to the punch on that one. In fact, maybe I'm gonna look that up right now. Let's see here. Only Cans. What's Only Cans thirst date? Okay, they're going all in on the puns on this one. It looks like it's a... Oh, it's gonna make me sign in before I can view it. Okay. I thought you all were joking too. Yeah, okay, good to know I'm not the only one who thought it was a joke. Tia says, on a serious note, do you think that you're trying to be even-handed to everyone doesn't click? Mostly monogamous world. I feel like that's the common denominator over the species. Perhaps, but part of me thinks that even like independently of that, I feel like even if I were monogamous, I could see myself playing games like this in pretty much the same way I've played them so far. Because I mean, to me, it just seems really natural that when you're starting out playing a dating sim game and you haven't gotten very far in it yet, like it would be a pretty natural thing to want to interact with a lot of the different characters to see what they're like, you know, to get a better sense of their personalities and backstories and so on, so that even if you do have your heart set on choosing one of them in the end, you will be in the most informed position to make the best choice. Like that to me just doesn't seem like something that I'm going out on a limb and saying like, shouldn't that be a part of dating sims? But apparently like every dating sim, at least all the ones that I've played so far, like want you to lock in on one person like right off the bat. And if you don't do that, then it's lights out for your character. That orb is purple. Stop lying to us. I mean, I would say the orb can be different depending on different moments of the day, moments of the week, and so on. Like as here, to me, it looks primarily blue, but there are other depictions of the orb where it looks more purple. So as for which one it is at a given moment, who's to say what determines it? Also, the theme song for the game is really good. Okay, well, having a good theme song is always a plus. A good BGM in general. Very strong plus for a game. That's what roots are for. Like you choose one person per playthrough. Yeah, but isn't that just kind of limiting? Like why choose one person per playthrough when you can get to know more of them and then in one playthrough and then choose one at the end? Maybe that's just, I don't know. I could see myself maybe getting into the mindset of just like choosing one per playthrough, but for some reason, like right out of the gate, I've always wanted to like get to know what they're all like, and then you know, choose one a bit later. IDK guys, the orb looks pretty black to me. What? This orb looks black to you? Are you pulling my leg here? Oh, well. Anyway. I guess everyone sees things a little differently. So it's more that dating sim mechanics punish the ever non-committal philosopher. How unjust. It is, you know. There should be a place in dating sim games for people who are non-committal when it comes to these things. So that's why I keep failing these dating games. But someday, chat, someday I will find one that is that is more in tune with my preferences. That's how all dating sims work. Injustice, yeah. I think there might be exceptions. Oh, but don't quote me on that. Yeah. Like, I feel you, though. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, the orb looks blue. Okay. And that's fine, by the way. I like it when chat, you know, messes with me and just has some fun. I wasn't sure if you were, though, and so I didn't want... I've worried if I responded to the comment in that spirit, it might come across as mean if you were being serious. Like if your monitor had some strange settings or what have you. But I do see there's some debate on this. Blue Ice Cube says, am I colorblind? That orb looks so purple to me. Baby says it's white and gold. Okay, I see what this is referring to. The infamous dress. Of like, is it dark blue or is it white and gold? Maybe we have our own similar debate going on right here. Robust, you've heard of non-binary Star Hero? That might be fun. No, I have not heard of that. Maybe I'll have to look into that one next. If it's the kind of game that lets me, like, not be punished for wanting to interact with multiple characters, then it might just be the one for me. It's Injustice in Spanish. Yep. Okay, don't worry. Auto-corrected. It's blue with some purple. It's indigo, like its image color. Yeah, I guess you could call it, yeah, indigo or blue with some purple. I myself am not too terribly invested on what label we use for it. What about lads? Oh, is that another dating sim? Lads, let's see. Maybe I'll have to look this one up. Lads dating sim. Okay, so it's abbreviated. Okay, Love in Deep Space, often abbreviated as LADS. 3D first-person sci-fi dating simulation. Ooh, interesting. Allows players to build romantic relationships with male characters through realistic, real-time 3D interactions, immersive cutscenes, and combat scenarios. Features deep character customization and intense, intimate, and interactive storytelling. Well, yeah, maybe. that's the... I haven't played it before, but at this point, I'm open to pretty much any suggestion when it comes to dating sim possibilities. By the way, Axe, what's your favorite color? Is it actually blue or purple? It's funny because for most of my life, when people ask me that question, my thought was red, that I'm someone who quite likes red. And I do still think that I am very drawn to red in a way, despite my character design not really having much red in it, or really any red. But I think now, I suppose it would be a tie between blue and red. I think blue and red both have something that corresponds to my personality. But I do like purple for, you know, VTuber models. Just like as a VTuber character color, I think purple looks pretty cool. At least I like the way that it looks on my model. So anyway, that probably didn't answer your question at all. But I'm not sure it has an answer. Yeah, I'm not sure. Red, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, red being your color. But yeah, for most of my life, like when, like as a little kid, whenever people would ask me like, what's your favorite color? I would always say, oh, like red. And I'm not sure why. I think just the element of passion and energy that it has, I think I quite like. But blue to me also seems really, blue and purple both, I guess, have sort of a a thoughtful, reflective quality to them. And so, depending on the day of the week, I'll give different answers to this to this question of my favorite color. Date Everything has some good non-anonymous rep. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll have to give Date Everything a try. I know Karis has played that one, and so, you know, I'm not sure what his thoughts on it were, but if it has the Karis stamp of approval, then yeah, who could go wrong with that? Blue is the best color. I'm entirely unbiased. Okay, so we have some blue fans in the house then. I'm unbiased, guys. Trust me on that. I have no favorite color from Blue Ice Cubes. Somehow, I have a feeling maybe you do have a favorite color of Blue Ice Cubes. Not sure what's cluing me into that, though. Okay, you all green, yellow, and pink are peak. That's an interesting combination. See, green, yellow, and pink. I'm trying to think of what would have that combination of colors. Like green and yellow. Maybe if it's like a cornfield and there are like unicorn, like pink unicorns prancing through it. I could see how that's a scene that would have a lot of green, yellow, and pink. Orange, best color, hands down. Yeah, well, the thing about orange is that I think it goes really well with black because then it's Halloween colors. And Halloween is my favorite holiday, so yeah, definitely think there's a good place for orange in the sort of pantheon of best colors. A pink rose? Oh, yeah, because of green and then the pink. And then for the yellow, maybe if it's like a pink rose with like little gold flakes sprinkled on it, I guess maybe that could be. Halloween is the best holiday. You get it, X. Oh, okay, good to know I'm not the only one who appreciates Halloween so much. And actually, I think you were there for my Halloween stream, Zero. So now that I know you like Halloween so much, it doesn't surprise me to look back and remember that you were there for that stream in particular. Flower with pink petals. Yes, I see. His mind really jumped to unicorns and cornfields, huh? I mean, and you're telling me yours didn't? You're so whimsical, truly. Yeah, I have my moments for being whimsical. I have my moments for being serious, and my moments when more humorous or comical or just bizarre images enter my mind. Yep, I was handing out candy to trick-or-treaters and watching your stream. Oh, wow, that's something about that, Zero. That is just such a nice image for me to think of. Someone handing out candy to trick-or-treaters and like being part of Halloween in that very direct way, and then having a stream like that on in the background. I'm honored that I was able to be part of your Halloween experience in that way. So thank you so much for letting me know that. You ain't always whimsical? Not always. I think on stream, I do try to, you know, keep the mood positive, and not that I'm not willing to talk about serious things on stream, but you know, I guess in real life, maybe I'm a little bit more, you know, have more of those moments in my mind when I think thoughts that are a little more serious or a little more somber than I do on stream. But it's March. In my view, Estelle, it's never too early to start thinking about Halloween for next year. It truly pains me never having trick-or-treated. Well, Blue Ice Cubes, I would say it's never too late to get started. So this coming year is going to be your year. Or actually, I shouldn't say this coming year because it's already 2026. This coming Halloween, maybe this can be your Halloween, you know. Find a costume that goes well with you, a costume that you're really excited about, and you will go trick-or-treating. And even if you're the only one around, or if you feel too old for it, like, trust me, it'll be cool. It'll be fun. So know that you have my encouragement and my support if you do decide to go trick-or-treating. We don't celebrate it here? Oh, I see. Well, you could still do it, you know. You could still go trick-or-treating and, like, no one would have any candy, and they might think you're weird. But maybe that's how you get the trend started, you know? Be the change that you want to see in the world. Yeah, then dress up alone. I mean, these Halloween, you know, traditions had to get started somehow. What about like Halloween parties? Yeah, that's always a good one too. Like even if you're not going trick-or-treating, you could always find a Halloween party to go to and experience Halloween that way. But chat, I think with that, probably going to head out in a second. And later this evening, I'm going to try to work on some cool new video projects that I'm pretty excited about. They won't be ready for at least a few more days or maybe another week or so, but there are some projects in the pipeline that I'm working on that I do think should be a lot of fun. In the meantime, one thing that I should announce is that when it comes to the rest of this week, let me just pull up my schedule here. I'll be streaming for the next 3 days in a row. Tomorrow's stream will also be a visual novel type game, which is quite in a similar genre, I guess, to the one that I played today. Though the one that I'll be playing tomorrow is not a dating sim. It's one that is called Scarlet Hollow, and I don't know much about it. I've tried not to spoil myself too much, but it's from the same developers as Slay the Princess, and looks to be kind of a similar style of game, where there's a really thoughtful narrative and like really deep lore and characters and so on, and lots of branching possibilities. But apparently it involves going back to the town from your childhood, and there were spooky monsters involved. And so we've just been talking about Halloween. If that has if that has made you sort of get into a hankering for Halloween mood, then maybe this stream will help satisfy that, at least to some extent. So that will be tomorrow at my usual streaming time. And also on Saturday, I'm hoping to do episode 1 of the game tomorrow, and then maybe episode 2 on Saturday. And then Friday, some game called Getting Over It that I've played on stream once or twice. I will be giving that another try. Hard to be confident about how much progress I'll make in a given stream on that game, just because of the very nature of the game being as difficult as it is. But for anyone who wants to tune in and watch me struggle with that game, that will be this Friday. I feel like Axis Brain is like the definition of thinking outside the box, except there never was a box to start with. I like that, Tia. Thank you. I'll take that as quite the compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, well, thank you, Estella and Zero and Tia and Blue Ice Cubes, and really everyone else who was here, Robo and Tyler. It was really good getting to interact with you all. Thank you for the stream. Looking forward to the rest of the week. Yeah, I think it should be a good week. I'm looking forward to it too. Have you heard of Life is Strange? Yeah, so I have played the first one a while back, probably like 7 or 8 years ago, but I did play through the first one and the sequel, or maybe it was prequel. Yeah, the Before the Storm prequel. I haven't played any of the other Life is Strange games, but I do like, they're fun games to play, especially on stream. I think they're games that work well on stream. So possibly in the future, some of those I might have to look into playing on stream. Yes, but anyway, that is all for this evening. So thanks again, everyone, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.